All right, I think we're live. Chilly day. I went back down to Phoenix trying to avoid the snow. It's cold down here too. All right, Lightworkers wake up calls. So for me personally, the last year and a half, last time I did an ayahuasca ceremony down in Peru was about 2 years ago. Well, not quite 2 years ago. It would have been March 2016 or 17. And I think it's wet. Daddy can't sit here. I think it's wet. Oh no, we'll flip the cushion. There we go. And then I've been doing work for a long time. Gabby says hello. You know, doing sessions with people and going through my own process for 20 years, opening up to various kingdoms and direct transmissions and various real masters. Saint Germain, Sai Baba, Yogananda. Don't get stuck on the names that appear to me. They'll come and talk to me, Medicine Cloud, a Hopi ascended shaman who's been helping me. Thank you so much. Dematerializes his body. This stuff's all real. It happens to you all the time too, by the way. Just that we're not ready to remember it until we are. I know it sounds really far out to the regular matrix, but nevertheless, it's true. Truth is not a democracy. It is what it is. So I got hammered with this, physically. I got hammered with unexplainable stuff, quote unquote, at least to the medical world. But I had to go to the hospital. My blood pressure went ape shit. I passed out. I was between life and death. I couldn't talk. Why? It looked so good. My ascension process was doing so well. Right? Because the nitty gritty. So the last year, 2018, and it's going to continue some here, a lot of light workers that were kind of cruising along to, it's going to get better and better, getting hammered with deep stuff. The bottom of the barrel, black, crusty stuff that's stuck to the bottom of the pan. Ancient soul grief, soul terror, soul, the stuff, the original fall stuff. I mean, that's what we're talking about. We're talking about cleaning up the earth from the original mess, fall. And we came here to volunteer to do that. And that original terror, grief, separation, fall from grace, fall from oneness, fall from connection, it's not pretty. You know what I mean? It's terrifying. So I've been in a lot of terror that I used to use rage to cover up. Rage, terror, rage, terror, rage, terror, right? Or a good spiritual box to be in, But more and more, we tricked ourselves maybe to come here, to look at our own stuff, right? Also maybe us light workers, we were part of the original fall. Why are the Pleiadians back here, the Arcturians? The original Anunnaki are coming back, trying to clean up their mess. Everyone who's participated in Earth in the past with creating civilizations or genetic experimentation. By the way, this is really far out stuff. This is more for the light workers, the star seeds, the soul seeds that are here. The 15% of you, that's a lot of people. 15% of 7 billion, that's 1 billion people on this planet. There's a lot of us. You're not all alone on the bus going, what if God was one of us? Yes, he is, she is. All right, Tobias, settle down. So, between terror and bliss, I'm blissing out more than ever now, and then still physical symptoms cleaning out and all that. Don't go looking for this. Don't go too fast. Don't go, I want a Kundalini awakening. Don't do it. Don't do it. When it comes, it's at the right time. You can barely be able to handle it. I'm dying quarter mile up the road here, or a mile up the road in the hospital a year and a half ago. I'm dead. I'm in between the worlds. They have no clue what's going on because it's a Kundalini awakening. Energy cannot be measured yet by our instruments. I had 2 MRIs, 2 CAT scans, a fucking spinal tap, nothing. They sent me away a week later with unspecified fever. I have no clue what it is because we can't measure it yet, And luckily I have enough masters and friends and physical shaman friends that can help me through the process, and I've known enough about it before it happens. But when it really happens, your own process, it's like, holy shit, can I go back to the way I was? No, you can't. Suck it up. No, I'm kidding. Love, tenderness, compassion. I've had several people, thank you so much. Stephanie, when we had a session a few months ago, she's had the same thing. She died. She had kidney failure. And I'm like, I'm such a little wimp. At least I didn't have that. Or, you know, this is real cleanup on Earth. And the starseeds, if we came here and misused our powers, I remember Elvis towards the end of his life, he had friends he talked to. The books that were found on his bed when he died was Yogananda's autobiography, Masters of Teachings of the Far East, Life and Teachings of the Master of the Far East, Leaves of El Moria, one of the wise men. I mean, Elvis was an interesting guy. And he told one of his friends, he said he saw the ancient temple steps in Egypt. He said, the blood, the blood, the blood, the misuse, the blood running down the steps. So a lot of us that are here to, quote, help humanity wake up, you're not sure you want to see your past and look at your charts, what you did in order to come back and clean up what you did. Hello, Pleiadians. Hello, Arcturians. Hello, Anunnaki. Because we interfered with this planet. We crossed the prime directive. But underneath it all, the 23 genetic experiments, yes, are the hand of God is behind all of it, right? In my view. Anyway, so compassion, gentle my heart, Stephanie told me. It rang so true to me. That's what it's doing. Instead of me being the warrior cruiser, let's get it all done, wake up you fuckers, all you got to do is meditate. That's kind of militaristic. So it's really softening my heart to just appreciate the journey for everyone, you know, and not proselytize and push. So, but if you are a light worker and you've been doing lots of work for people for years, maybe you're a chiropractor that's just massive healings, or you're a weird chiropractor that does all that alternative stuff, or you've been a light worker, and all of a sudden you're hitting your stuff. Totally normal at this time, in my opinion. And it's because the waves of galactic influenza, oh, I didn't mean that, flowing like flowers, influence, will hit you first because you're most sensitive. You know, we're the most sensitive. And this cleanup process, I'm betting on, hoping, helpers, masters, God, source, Father, Mother, that the end product will be beautiful. I know that. It's so much grace right now that we're being helped with so much grace to be, though we have to go through it, if it was a strict application of the law of cause and effect, we wouldn't survive, Earth wouldn't survive. So there's tons of grace. Even when you're in your darkest stuff. Look around at our civilization, especially, you know, in the West, America. How many kids on drugs, opioid epidemics, breakdowns of families, fathers, mothers, cancer, horrible shit. One of Joy's new friends is, her husband dies, their soulmate lovers, her son dies of cancer, her daughter gets totally on drugs, her dog dies, her dog's about to die again, and her second dog. Talk about getting slammed. If you're here to wake up, if you're here to just live out the matrix, your life might be proceeding perfectly along with eating the weaponized food, watching the Super Bowl, and just totally caught up in it, drinking your Bud Light, whatever. And not that they should wake up, but if you're here to wake yourself up, you may be getting some of this Kundalini awakening and deep cleaning. The deep cleaning, my chiropractor 2 days ago did my palate and each tooth and my sphenoids, and God, she went deep in my solar plexus. Like, okay, I got to do it. Yesterday was fucking nightmare for me. I'm purging all this ancient stuff. She arranged the palate in my, but she's a crazy healer. The top naturopath in Scottsdale goes to her, and she's good at it. Ancient Viking Swedish priestess, of course. her mom and my mom were talking on the phone. Love you, Dr. Lolly. And but we're all going to go through it. So even if you're a super healer and been a light worker, some of the deep crust is going to get cleaned out now because it's going to hit you first. You understand? Because when the other waves come collectively, maybe it's because then you'll be in place to be able to help better. All right, maybe I told too much. I don't mean to, but gentling our hearts, watching the process. The clean out will continue, or as my friend Mark in Texas says, the beatings will continue until morale improves. We were laughing about that so much that I actually created one of our favorite restaurants, the Rokery, in here in Phoenix, southwestern Mexican, really good food stuff. They printed it on their menus. The beatings will continue until morale improves. That doesn't make any sense. That's illusions territory. That's Richard Bach, where what you think about just shows up. I bet it's not on the menu now, but it was. All right, much love. So you're going to be, if you're getting wake-up calls, know that you're loved. Joy had a massive wake-up call this last week about her over-mothering or wanting to rescue people. And that's the only way we learn. She's in shock. She's in shock. What looks like I'm trying to help someone out. You have to stop doing that. That over-mothering, smothering, I'm here to rescue everybody else. No, you're going to get hit now. Then you're going to have to fucking rescue yourself. Oh, I don't mean to be harsh, but it's just, that's what I see. It's for me. I'm doing my Sunday webcast still and a couple of here and there sessions, but that's it. I'm still cleaning this deep black gunk out. I feel so much better. I'm in total bliss at times, so I can see the upgrades. Wow. And I can feel the future. Wow. Having a liquid body like air compared to the normal heavy gravitational body and the powers that will come along with it. UFO-like powers, Merkaba, although I use the torus field. It's going to be awesome. But the clean out is not fun. Deep spring cleaning sucks. Remodeling your house sucks. Right? We're remodeling our houses. Our houses are our temples, are our bodies. I just did an hour's worth of the inner body awakening, which I do every day. And the river just started going up my whole spinal column, my whole body. And I just felt merged and blissed again with God. Amazing. I really recommend that to start with, innerbodyawakening.com. If you're doing the real thing. If you want information and channeling, that's all good. There's lots of good channelers, and most of them, But there's a difference, information versus transformation. Actual transformation on your cellular level, DNA, your light body, is very different than understanding it all. A lot of teachers can teach it, but they're not doing it themselves. So a lot of you that have been teaching it for 20 years, it may be hitting you now. God says, well, you've been invoking this for everyone else, and we're going to do it ourselves. Right? And there's layers and levels to that. Join me on the webcasts. It's a small group so far, 10, 15 people, but at some point it may go huge or bigger, hundreds of people. It depends on what the universe wants. And my job is just to hold space and let whatever happens there, topics, questions, actual space. Sometimes the grace space actually descends on everyone participating. People crying, feeling it. It's like healings, quantum healings. Much love. TobiasLars.com. Start with the innerbodyawakening.com. All right. What are you guys barking about? You got to see the babies before we go. Here they are. Gab, Gab. What's up? Gabba. That's a Gabba. That's a Gabba. These guys cleaned out a rat's nest. We get citrus rats in Arizona. I posted it on Facebook. On Facebook. We have grapefruit. Right? Wonderful grapefruit. We got a mandarin tree over here. Well, there's something, these citrus rats, what they do is they come out of hiding and they eat the fruit. And this is the telltale sign, because this is how they do it. Well, we had a pile of bricks here. Anyway, they hunted it down the nest, and we took care of it yesterday, the killers. Mandarin tree? Are you kidding me? Okay, you can come with me. They're just ripe now. Ciao. Join us on the webcast if this resonates with you. TobiasLars.com. Bye.